The first thing I heard was sobbing. Not soft crying. The broken, gasping kind that tells you something is already gone. Claire. My sister Brooke whispered. Mom is on her knees. In front of everyone. I was sitting in my driveway. Still wearing the apron I'd cooked in for 2 straight days. I should have felt guilty. But here's what none of them knew yet. What happened at that party didn't start when I walked out. It started 18 months earlier. With a phone call my mother made sure I never received. My name is Claire Bennett. 33 years old. Certified public accountant. I traded a corner office for a home office, and a client list I built from scratch. My family called that unemployment. They were wrong. For 7 years I drove that same highway. Same coffee. Same heels. Same fake smile at client dinners until my face hurt. Then one Tuesday, I stopped. Not a breakdown. Not a fight. I just stopped building someone else's dream when I could build my own. My studio apartment was tiny. Above a dry cleaner. But that desk by the window? Mine. That was enough. One afternoon, Brooke called. Claire, Mom said you'll help with my birthday party. 50 people. She said you're free. Free. That word. Like my time had no value. Like my work didn't exist. But Brooke was turning 37. My best friend before she was my sister. I'll cook, I said. But I need help with setup and cleanup. Sure. We'll all pitch in. I believed her. That was my mistake. 50 guests. 2 days of cooking. 0 help. Keep listening, because what I found in those financial records changes everything. Friday night. I drove to my parents' house. Mom saw me. Didn't say hello. Pointed at a legal pad on the counter. 3 pages. Handwritten. Appetizers for 50. 3 entrees. Rolls from scratch. A 3-tier birthday cake. This wasn't helping with a party. This was full-service catering. Unpaid. Unacknowledged. Already assigned. I started at 7 p.m. Didn't stop until midnight. Dad came in once. Offered to chop onions. Mom called him from the living room. He mouthed sorry, and walked out. I chopped those onions alone. Tears ran down my face. For years I let people think it was the onions. Next morning, 5 a.m. Back in the kitchen. Brooke and Ryan arrived at 10. Brooke hugged me, one arm, careful not to touch my apron. Smells incredible. You're so talented. Can you set up the folding tables in the yard? Let me shower first. Long drive. Ryan drifted to the living room. Neither came back. I set up 6 tables and 50 chairs. Alone. 2 at a time from the garage. At 2 p.m. I found Mom arranging carnations. The one task she'd given herself all weekend. Mom. I need Brooke and Ryan to handle dessert prep. I've been up since 5. She looked up. That thin smile. Brooke has a stressful job, honey. She needs to relax. I have a job too. You're the only one without a real job. She said it the way you'd say water is wet. Factual. Obvious. Barely worth mentioning. Then she went back to her flowers. I stood at the kitchen sink and gripped the counter until my knuckles went white. She didn't say it with cruelty. That was the part that burned. She actually believed it. What I found in that spreadsheet wasn't just messy bookkeeping. It was leverage I didn't know I had. Saturday afternoon. Party minus 8 hours. I opened my laptop between dishes. The church books. 3 years of quarterly reports, written by me, presented by Mom, under her name. I ran a filter on her personal entries. 14 transactions. No receipts. Vague descriptions. Round numbers. All reimbursed to D. Foster. Total, $2,200. She wasn't stealing. She spent real money on the fundraiser, flowers, flyers, folding tables. But she never kept receipts. Never explained the entries. And in 2 weeks, there would be a real audit. I found her in the hallway. Mom. 14 expenses with no documentation. The audit is in 2 weeks. I need those receipts. She didn't stop walking. Not now. We have guests. This isn't optional. She turned. I handled it. She walked back to the party. She had not handled it. I had handled it every single year. And she knew it. Sunday. Party day. Third morning on 4 hours of sleep. By noon, 50 guests were filing through the front door. Mom stood at the entrance like a 5-star hostess. Welcome. Come in. We've been cooking all weekend. Mrs. Aldridge from across the street looked at her. Helen, this is incredible. You did all this? Mom waved her hand. Oh, you know me. I can't sit still. I was standing 3 feet behind her, holding a tray of sliders. Sweat on my upper lip. Mrs. Aldridge's eyes shifted past Mom's shoulder, straight to mine. She held my gaze for 1 long second. The look a woman gives another woman when she sees exactly what's happening and can't say it out loud. Then she took a slider and moved on. I went back to the kitchen. No one came to check on me. No one brought water. No one asked if I needed a chair. The dishwasher was already on its 2nd cycle. The party had been going 1 hour. Ryan walked into that kitchen and made a choice. What happened next told me everything I needed to know. Ryan appeared in the doorway. Sleeves rolled up. Claire. You've been in here all day. Let me take the grill. Relief hit me so fast I almost couldn't speak. Flip every 3 minutes. Buns are in the lower oven. Then Brooke materialized behind him. Ryan, come on. The Hendersons want to meet you. She looked past him. At me. You've got this, right? I watched Ryan calculate. His wife's voice on one side. My stained apron on the other. He mouthed sorry. And followed her out. I untied my apron. Folded it on the counter. Called Jade. She answered first ring. How bad? Ryan almost helped. Brooke stopped him. Claire. You know what I told you. If she says something awful, you walk. No speech. No argument. Just walk. 2 hours later, Diana said it. I walked in to refill the lemonade. She announced it to the full circle of guests around her. It's so lucky Claire has all this free time. No real job means she's always available. Laughter. A few uncomfortable glances. Brooke stared at her cake. Frank stared at the lawn. 50 people heard it. I set down the pitcher. Picked up my bag. And walked out the front door. No speech. No tears. Just, gone. My phone rang before I reached my car. Brooke. Sobbing. Claire, Mom realized you left. She's asking where you went. She's crying. In front of everyone. I sat in my driveway 25 minutes later. Engine running. And here's what I want you to understand. I didn't walk out to punish her. I walked out because I finally understood something. You can cook every dish perfectly. Pipe every rose on that cake with a steady hand. Carry every chair. File every report. Do every invisible thing that holds a family together. And some people will still look right through you. Not out of cruelty. Out of habit. And habit is the hardest thing to break. 2 weeks later, Walter from the audit committee emailed Mom. Several entries required documentation. She called me. Panicked. I told her I'd be happy to help. As her paid bookkeeper. She hung up. She called back 3 days later. I sent her my rate sheet. She paid it. The numbers were ready on time. They always are, when I'm involved. The twist isn't that I walked out. The twist is that they only saw my value when I put a price on it. Don't wait to be seen. Show them what invisible actually looks like.